Hi, I'm Steve Southerland, small business owner, husband, father, and for the very first time in my life, a candidate for Congress here in Florida's 2nd District. As we approach this 4th of July weekend, and as I stand beside this Veterans Memorial, it is important that we take a moment to reflect on our history of this country, our independence, and on the brave men and women who have fought and even died to make us the greatest nation the world has ever known. As I approach this 4th of July weekend, I am reminded of a conversation that truly touched my life. Last fall, I had reached a point where the actions of our politicians and the impact of their ill-conceived policies had pushed me to consider running for public office, or face the reality that the freedoms I cherish would in fact disappear. Running for office is not a small endeavor, and so as I set out to travel to Washington, D.C. for the 9/12 rally, I was giving serious consideration to whether I should, could, or was even able to run for Congress. As fate would have it, while at the 9/12 rally in Washington, I met a World War II veteran named Frank Dudash. I shook his hand and I thanked him for his service to our country. He shook my hand and he squeezed hard and he pulled me close to himself and he said, "Son, be a good American." I paused and then asked him, "Sir, what does that mean for a 44-year-old man, husband, father, son, brother, who works in his family business?" Mr. Dudash replied to me, still holding on to my hand firmly, that we did everything that was asked of us, and we presented ourselves for duty, and that I should never forget that freedom is not free, and now it is my turn to serve. Mr. Dudash never told me any more than that. His short and simple message was poignant, powerful, and left a lasting impression on me. It was only later that I learned that Frank Dudash was a war hero who survived landing on Utah Beach and the Battle of the Bulge. He was a humble man who kept it simple and understood what so many of our leaders seem to have forgotten. Freedom is not free. And if we expect to continue to live in a free country and maintain our independence from intrusive government and foreign aggressors, it is up to each one of us to fight in our own way to preserve our very way of life. Needless to say, after meeting Mr. Dudash, the worries of how I could make a campaign work, well, they melted away. I knew I had to stand up and fight. That is what my campaign for Congress is really all about: protecting our independence, our freedoms, and preserving our way of life, which is being taken away from us by the politicians in Washington. I hope you will join our campaign and help us to protect and defend the freedoms that we all enjoy. Freedom is not free, but the price we will pay if we do not protect our freedom is one none of us can afford. God bless you and your family, and may God bless our troops all around the world, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. From my family to yours, happy 4th of July.